Ultamize. One of the most underrated emotional forces in human life is anticipation. Looking forward to something changes the emotional experience of life that's right, before the event even happens. Now, children naturally understand this. They look forward to birthdays, holidays, vacations, games, sleepovers, trips, activities. Part of the happiness comes from the anticipation itself. Adults sadly often lose this. Life becomes increasingly organized around responsibilities, maintenance, deadlines, errands, and recovery from stress. And eventually, many people stop building things into life that create positive anticipation regularly. That matters psychologically much more than most people realize because anticipation creates emotional momentum. One thing I started noticing in my own life was that weekends felt dramatically different depending on whether there was something genuinely enjoyable already built into them. If I know I'm going to a live stand up comedy show, I know I'm moving. I have to get up off the couch to go to the show. There's conversation with friends I'm going with. There's community and laughter. Oh, there's a lot of laughter. That's the best part. And there's unpredictability waiting for me. That anticipation itself created energy. Now, obviously, the specific activity doesn't have to be going to a stand up comedy show. The larger point is that many adults accidentally remove too much anticipation from ordinary life. They stop scheduling recreation, they stop scheduling play or social experiences, they stop scheduling novelty, movement, adventure, or meaningful leisure. And then life slowly starts feeling emotionally repetitive. One reason passive screen consumption becomes so dominant is that it creates instant stimulation without requiring anticipation or planning. But stimulation and anticipation are not the same thing. Anticipation stretches positive emotional experience across time. You think about it beforehand, you experience it during, you often remember it afterward. That's emotionally very different from randomly consuming digital content for hours you barely remember the next day, much less a week or two later. One of the simplest ways to improve the emotional quality of your weekends is intentionally creating something to look forward to before the weekend even begins. Not once a year, but regularly. Doesn't have to be some big expensive thing. Doesn't have to be a trip to Paris, but a recreational activity, a meal with friends, a walk, a sporting event, a game night, a beach day, a bike day, a hike, a family activity, a cooking class, a social gathering, something that's active, something engaging, something emotionally distinct from ordinary routine. It doesn't have to cost anything. Because one of the quiet dangers of modern adult life is not merely stress, it's emotional flatness. Days blending together, weekends blending together, passive routines repeating endlessly. Anticipation interrupts that pattern. It creates emotional texture. And emotional texture is one of the things that often makes life feel more alive.